back to Vaping with Choopy, where we are going to go over the Lemo2 RTA by Eleaf. I will show you how to make your coil and how to wick it properly so you can enjoy your e-juice that much more. Alright, now that we know what we're working with, let's go ahead and get to it. All you need is a small screwdriver, your wire. Make sure you leave a good lead for when you connect it. Right now it doesn't matter how close it is, but you will push it up against the handle so you get a tighter coil, and you'll end up with something like this. Now it's a 7 wrap, which should come out to a 0.5 ohm, which is perfect for me. Make sure there are no coils touching, otherwise it will burn up really quick and it'll look a little something like this. So yeah, not good. Alright, so we have our coil. All we got to do is connect it to the base. Now there's one of two ways you can do it, which is either through the small post on the bottom of the screw, or you could wrap it around the bottom side of the screw itself. I prefer to loop it under, so that way you know it's secure. It's just a little bit more tricky because you have to loop it under. Okay, so you put it through the post hole and then you have to bend it up so that the coil is hovering over the center, just like so. Now once you have secured your position, then you can tighten this screw down to hold it in place. Alright, once you have your second piece of Camthol through the other post hole, you can take your screwdriver. After you've fixed it in place, screw down the post holes. Then you can position it however you want. You have a little bit of slack. Just loosen up the side that it's on, pull it through, good to go. Alright, now that we have our coil perfectly in line, we cut off the excess. Try to get it as close to the base as you can. And yes, I know I need new tools. Alright, now we got that clipped. We are ready for our cotton. Now, they say go ahead and cut a piece 4 millimeters thick. I cut it a little bit thicker, especially with the cotton that comes with these tanks, because it's usually kind of old, and when you roll it together then it just falls apart. So I usually either, well, when it starts falling apart, I double layer it so then you have a thicker piece. So not this piece is actually good, so I don't need to do that. And so let me this piece. And let's wick our brand new coil. And by the way, make sure again that there's gaps between your coils, otherwise they will burn out. I just roll up one and super small, so that you can weave this back in your coil. Once you start feeling resistance, that's when you back off. And that's why I double layer it right there, because once you're pulling it through, that falls apart and the consistency of your cotton is gone. So when one side is super small, it ruins your entire wicking. Make sure it is pretty much even throughout the entire piece of cotton. That part didn't roll up too good. And just do it as many times as you need. Don't rush it, or you have a greater chance of ruining your wicking. And then that's when you have burned up coils and dry hits. And trust me, it is a disgusting taste. Doesn't matter how good the juice is when you're sucking up burnt Cantal. I just pull it through. Gentle, 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 don't rip it. And there you go. Perfect wicking. I just fold it up. Take your scissors. Cut it to where you have about 4 to 6 millimeters left. So you can have plenty of cotton to saturate. And it should look something like this. Now we put this bad boy back together. Let's slide the bottom part of the chimney back on. Screw her down. Top part, well, this is where you can actually take your screwdriver, push all that extra cotton down into the juice wells so that you have plenty. There you go. Now that is a beautiful wick right there. This is gonna collect so much of that juice. Now we take our juice. Today I'm going to be vaping German chocolate beefcake from Mount Baker Vapors Guar Fluids. They were nice enough to send me some, and ooh. Oh man, it smells so good. Saturate this boy. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Let me tell you. I love these rebuildable tanks because they're so much like drippers. It's awesome. So if you want to learn about dripping, building coils, learn up on Ohm's law, things like that, and yeah, you're pretty much good to go. Now make sure that you have the bottom post nice and snug. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now we put the top of the chimney piece on. Slide the tank on. Make sure that's good. Now we put this back on. And finally, powering pin, which is a 510 connector. Most of them are, but there are some that are not. Alright, now this is when you have your paper towels handy. Wipe everything down, make sure everything's clean. Don't want to start vaping dust or dirt, nothing like that. If you have pets in the house, cat hair, dog hair, it will find its way, because once the outside of your tank gets wet with the e-liquid, it will be sticky. and it will collect everything. That includes inside and out. So now we have our coil together, we wicked it, everything looks great. Now, with the Lemo, as you probably know, you fill it from the top. Now, if you do not have a blunt needle syringe, you are pretty close to being in trouble. Now, a trick that I have learned, you barely catch it in the middle, and you have to basically force feed it through the corner of the opening. Otherwise, it will spill everywhere. Then you're wasting juice, you're wasting money, time, effort, all that good stuff. Alright guys, now that we got her filled up, let's see how she does. I'm using an Eleaf iStick 50 watt battery for this, or variable voltage mod. The only bad thing, well, the two bad things that I have to point out: filling it is messy, unless if you have the proper stuff, which I don't. It only costs 40 cents. I still don't have one, so that's really my fault. So you can't really blame them. But either way, it is a pretty big pain. The second thing is it leaks. It leaks like crazy. If you don't have it upright at all times, it will leak, and you will lose all your juice. And yeah, again, wasting juice. So now we 0.7 ohms. Woohoo! Yeah. So 0.7 ohms. I'm very happy with that. 0.3 to 0.5 is kind of what I wanted, but 0.7 is definitely doable. I'm going to go ahead and vape this at, let's go ahead and vapor at 24.5, like I usually do my 0.5 ohms. Wow. Do I know how to wick, or do I know how to wick? I can coil, I can boil. What's up? And this juice is really good too. It's German chocolate beefcake, so it tastes exactly like what you think a German chocolate cake. The caramel, the chocolate. Good stuff, good stuff. 50-50 blend. It is packed with flavor, so you gotta check it out. Mount Baker Vapor. Link is gonna be underneath. And yeah, this is how you build your coil and wick it for the Lemo2 by Eleaf. Great brand. Makes great box mods. They make great tanks. The Lemo2 is definitely the flavor machine. And it looks like I did a pretty good job on my coil. So, no redos, no anything like that. So I'll see you guys next time. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just put a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.